my kitchen. Now on this week's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this bunting cake topper. Also, if you wanted to know how to make this ruffle effect on your cakes, then I'll put a link in the description below so that you can see one of my other videos. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so to make the bunting cake topper, what we're going to need is, I've got 4 different colours here of gum paste. Now you can have whatever colours you want to match your cake. You could use the same colours. I've just gone for 4 different ones. I've got some corn flour for dusting, a craft knife, a paintbrush, a rolling pin, some edible glue, 2 wooden skewers. I've got some 18 gauge wire and some wire cutters, and I've also cut out this little template for each of the banners. So this is 2 centimeters down and 2 centimeters across, and I've also got these little cookie kind of letters that you can push in. So those are going to spell out just married, but you can put happy birthday, kind of whatever you need. Okay, so first of all, we're actually going to construct the base for the flags of the bunting to go on. So I'm going to take one of my wooden skewers and the first piece of wire. Okay, so I'm going to take the end of my wire and the end of the skewer, and leaving about 1.5 inches over on one side. What I'm going to do is just wrap that around. I'm just going to wrap that around twice, like so, and then I'm just going to push these wire bits together. Now, in order to put the next one on, you've got to work out kind of what you want to say to how wide you want it. So I'm going to start my next piece around here. So what you want to do is just place the end of the skewer where you want it, and we're just going to do exactly the same and wrap that round. Okay, so on this one I'm actually going to have 2 rows of bunting. Okay, so I've just angled the metal just so it's hanging down slightly, so I've just made it slightly curved, and then what you want to do is just cut off the excess piece of metal at the other side, about 2 inches down. What I'm going to do is just do exactly the same thing on this one. Okay, and then just do exactly the same again, so just twist that round twice on there. Okay, so there we have the base of our bunting. Okay, so taking the 4 different colours that I've got here, what I'm going to do is just kind of work out what order that I want them in. So I'm going to go from light to dark, and then we are just going to roll those out. And we're going to take the little triangle that we've cut out. So using the craft knife, what we want to do is just cut this out, but cut the 2 longer edges first, and then instead of going straight across the back, what we want to do is come up about 1/2 centimetre and cut it slightly bigger. And then with the triangle still placed on there, we just want to trim off the 2 top corners from the edge of our template kind of up to the extra bit, so you end up with kind of a diamond shape. And I'm going to do that for all the pieces. So I actually need 3 of these ones. Okay, so what we're going to do is, once we've actually got all our letters cut out, is taking these really small kind of letter embossers, what we're going to do is just push those into the centre of each of the flags. And then once we've got all those, we're just going to take our bunting wire, and starting with the first letter, we're just going to take some edible glue and flip that over, and then this extra bit that we actually cut on the top, I'm just going to cover that in the edible glue. And then taking our wire, you just want to, where the actual flag comes to the end, where you've got these 2 kind of top points, you just want to push the wire slightly down onto those, and then we're just going to flip that extra piece over the wire and glue that down, and there you have your first letter. So we're just going to go all the way along, adding those on. Okay, so there's the first letters, and what I want to do is just turn up slightly the bottom of the flags in different directions, just so they look like they're blowing in the wind. So there we have all the letters attached, and I've just done exactly the same, so just turned up the bottom corners of those. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do to finish this off is just tie some little bows on each of the corners, right? Like so. And then what you want to do is just leave that for the gum paste to harden. And then what you can do is, either using your wire cutters or using some scissors, is just trim the wooden skewers down, just so that it's the right length for your cake, so it comes out the cake just as much as you want it to go in the cake, and then it's all ready. So here is your bunting cake topper. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please click like, and if you'd like to see more of my video tutorials, then please click subscribe. Also, if you do want to see how to make the waffle cake, then please click the link.